Hello YouTube, welcome back to another Alliance War video. So you see here we're joining in. My phone was a bit weird on this war day and it decided not to give me that like main screen thing of who we're facing. So yeah, don't know why. I think I must have just been sat on something else in the game or something at the time. It popped up and then I couldn't click on it or grab a screenshot. But we've got the team of Dr. Doom, Mr. Fantastic and Hulkling. So this war originally had me planned for just doing 3 fights, which is why I'm kind of doing this double upload. But I ended up going to bed, just movement wise and stuff. It kind of just became a little bit awkward. So Doom and Mr. Fantastic actually don't get use. So sorry about that. You're just going to see some Hulkling gameplay. I think, to my knowledge, this is actually the first time I've ever used Hulkling in a competitive Alliance War season. So you see, I just join, and then eventually I'm like, right, okay, let me just clear this node, and then the null here in front of me, and then if I can get to the 22 fight, 23 fight, I can get to it and do it. If I'm asleep is what it is. Can't change anything about that, and it'll just be unfortunate. But I wanted to use these boosts here. I wanted to just see really what I could get out of Hulkling. Bear in mind, like I said, it's the first time ever using them. You're going to see me here boosting up. I'm just looking across what boosts I have. I opened up a crap ton of them solo crystal boost things. So I just had loads of everything. You can see here I'm looking through my boosts and I'm like, right, okay. I'll put on this 6 hour 20%, I believe. Yep. So it's like if I'm awake when this time comes, I'll do the next fight. But if I'm not, I'm not, and it's just a boost gone. It's what it is. It's just one of them things. So yes, we're going to go in Hulkling here on this Penny Parker. So plan of action is in the Incinerate phase here. I'm just going to be kind of tapping her block, but do not go unblockable. I just want to be hitting her. Obviously, for the most part, you probably could do this quite easily without the power backs, but I just have them on ready for the next null fight here because I wanted to see what exactly Hulkling could do. It's just a bit of a pain with this fight. Just because of exactly what it means. You're going to keep going past the 1 bar power with the power that you have. And you're going to see here straight away she goes indestructible again. So we've got the first one here, but we're about to lose the poison phase. Go into the incinerate phase and then we can just start attacking the block again. Just to try and remove that shield as quick as possible. So you're going to see there that it's done. And now we're just going to wait again, just dash around, just have a bit of fun with this Penny. And as soon as I get the chance to go unblockable, throw the special 2, get the 2 Furies, and you can see there she goes indestructible pretty much straight away. Gives me a special 3, and I'm just going to do a few hits into the attack just to get the Fury. And it leaves her on 4%. So unfortunate, but it just means we're going to have to sit through and watch this special 3 animation. But it's a perfect full yellow bar. So can you be mad? My Alliance probably can for wasting time, yes. But can I be mad? No, because that means no potion. Anyway, we're going to go into this next fight here. I was just checking my advanced power boost was still running. And then we're going to go up against this null here on 21, is it? I think it's 21, something like that. Pretty much the same game plan. So I'm going to start. He's going to have all these Furies because he's going to put the Living Abyss debuffs on me. I'm just going to be going towards the block, waiting for the Incinerate phase to run out, and then just going to kind of run wild. Hulkling, yeah, it seems like an alright champion here. Yeah, why not? Here I'm just gonna keep pushing him, get the special 2 Furies, straight to 3 bars of power, and special 3 is gonna rip him through again. So not a long fight, just kind of just doing the fundamentals right with Hulkling, watching him go crazy, and yeah, that was this war. That's all I had. Just unfortunate it worked out that way again, but it is what it is. So anyway, we're going to go up against ISO AA next, and this is then War 6. So this is the last war before kind of like the mid-season break, and you're going to see here I have APOC, Titania with her first time, so that's pretty nice, and Dr. Doom again. The only thing you'll notice, and it's one of the first times for me ever doing it, is my APOC here, my baby rank 3 APOC. Doesn't have cable to hold his hand, so I'm going to be starting on a very, very basic 1 charge APOC, and yeah, I didn't quite expect these fights to go the way they did. So we're facing the Shellers, as everyone likes to commonly call them. So I'm like, right, okay, so 1 charge APOC, not putting suicides on or anything. let me just put these mutant boosts on, rip through with this 30%, because I have a shared fight of Kate Bishop coming up in a couple of fights' time. Advanced Power Start, just because I don't want to deal with as much crap with Jabari as I can. And we're going to go into it and just kind of go wham and go crazy. So APOC here, like I said, sadly just the one charge. I'm trying to like get an intercept or her to throw a heavy attack like that kind of towards the air. Without triggering the cleanse, as you can see. But she doesn't seem to want to be giving me the ticket, so I just decided to just kind of bait heavies like you normally would. Get a nice little intercept there, and it throws me into a special 2. And even with these power back boosts, you're going to see it now. Just the amount of power I got back just because of like how low charged APOC was is actually incredibly low compared to what I thought it was going to be. Especially with a 30% on. Like I thought with the 30% it might actually push me like 2 bars, maybe 3 bars. But no, luckily for me that didn't happen. Just means that the fight goes on a little bit longer. So we're going to go back to the second bar here and throw this again. And this time I alternated the combo, hoping that I might have still just been able to get a little bit of that damage with the special 2. But I just decided to throw the special 1 in a second. I think I bait this special 2 out from Jabari. Yep. Keep myself nice and clean, 100% health so far. Throw the special 1, and she drops. So that was pretty nice, pretty good start. Pretty happy with that. Can't fault again, full yellow bar. Can't really moan about that. Here we're going up against this Mojo. So this is my definitely in season my first time using Titania. So last couple of wars using a few new champs. Yeah, it's been good fun. Learning, obviously I knew the champs anyway, but just learning to do a little couple of things different. It's been nice, it's been good fun. It's given me a real good chance to kind of practice with new people. So here I'm just going to kind of take advantage of the indestructible, unstoppable, whatever else. I'm just going to try not to block any attacks just so I don't give him any early followers, but his dash on his special 1 seems to kind of be a bit wild with Titania's dashback, and it catches me like mid dashback while I'm kind of touching the screen quickly just in case it did catch me. So yeah, it's just unfortunate, but it is what it is. Can't do anything about that. And now he's going to get this throw a heavy attack or charge a heavy attack. So now I'm just going to try and make sure I don't let him do this forwards, because I always pay too much attention, if I'm honest, against Mojo with his prompts. Some people might say that doesn't exist, but in war fights, for the most part, if you're using certain champions, you can kind of ignore the followers. Titania being buff immune, that kind of helps. And here I dash back to try and trigger the Haymaker, just to try and have that active while I'm throwing the special 2. And you're going to see here, Mojo's going down pretty comfortably. Again, I could have quite easily put on Science Boost, but I didn't. Now I'm trying to get out the special 2 before he blasts me with a special 3. And I could have dexed it all, but again, my first time using her, wanted to have a little bit of confidence in myself. Just got the Haymaker back, through the special 1, or special 2 even, whichever it was, and she has crushed the Mojo. So pretty happy with that. And then I go into this Kate Bishop here. So this is the reason why APOC was obviously in the team, and I wanted to get this clear as soon as I could, just to try and clear everybody else. So now we're on 2 charge APOC against Kate Bishop. Now, a very certain person in our alliance may have done something within Kabam to create this character to be such a pain in the rectum. So for that reason, I kind of appreciate you, but I kind of don't for making me then have to do this fight. No, I'm joking. Nah, she was fine. APOC kind of shuts her down for the most part because of the Purify and the stun, so you don't have to worry about the passive stun coming out the back of it. And now I have this first degen on. I'm getting a decent amount of power back because even with these charges, I'm pretty well. I'm going to parry, do a few hits here, get back to the special 2. I'm still not 100% comfy with her special 2 decks, so I'm going to keep baiting the special 1s. I do get very close, I think it was that last one. But yeah, so I took 1 hit through the block and that was like 3k damage or something, so I decided I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to throw this special 1 here, and she is dead. So less than a minute, little baby APOC, while big boosted, did his job. So we'd love to see that. And now I'm going to close off that bit, and I'm going to come back the next day, and we're on path 2 again in section 2. So this time here, going to boost up. I think I just put a 20 on this time. Yeah, so put the 20 on this time. I kind of get this done a little bit sooner rather than when I could have done it. I just wanted to kind of get these fights out of the way for the most part. So here again, we're going to use Titania versus Rintrah. Now this is a very, very beefy Rintrah. A nice rank 4, 250k health. Yeah, it's the first time again. I don't really ever use Titania too much. I used her a little bit in BGs at the start, but I don't really use it too much. So my main focus for me is I'm just going to concentrate on his charges. Don't need to worry about the knockdown Fury or anything else. That's not really an issue in this fight. And if I can get the special ones out of him pretty easily, like punish it with a heavy attack if I'm close enough. You can see here, I kind of just sit back at the end of the screen, make sure I've got my timing right, and then bosh, hit him with a heavy. Get the special 2, bait the special 1 out, and try to throw the special 2 when he's not going to be sat in the corner, because it helps. Now you can see there, in this fight I choose not to go for the special 2 I could do against Mojo. I decide to go with just the special 3 method. So you're going to see no charges. Titania here is going to grab this chair, give him a good old whack, and he goes from 80% down to 72. So it doesn't seem like too much, but the damage is getting, obviously it's getting there. I run max despair, so very quickly that 80% went down to the 60 there. And this is just going to be a little bit of a longer fight, so just got to kind of maintain it. It's going pretty well, I'm pretty steady and pretty happy with what's gone on so far. And it's just repeat, like rinse and repeat this whole time. This whole fight is just try and bait the special ones, keep knocking them down. Again, I apologize if you can hear that like bleeping noise in the background. That's the line chats going off while I'm trying to record this video. Here, so I tried to bait the special 1 to get rid of some of these charges that he's got. I'm going to throw another special 3, sorry, in a second, but he decides to throw a heavy attack, which is no particular bother. I seem to have this champion's animations pretty well covered now. It probably helps having the rank 5 myself. But here, I think I try and get the special 1, do the heavy, yeah, and then throw my special 3. Just to get a little bit more damage, get it all flowing again. Now obviously, preferably if I could have had Titania duped, she would have extra debuffs and it would have been kind of a little bit nicer, but it is what it is. Here, I'm going to bait the special 2. Again, normally try and do the dashing trick and, you know, get a little bit too fancy, but not in this war, not at this time. Just decide to keep doing what I was doing. It seemed to work, so if it's not broke, I'm not going to try and fix it. But you can see this is almost like a 3-minute fight now, so it does take its time, but it's pretty safe. If you have a higher ranked Titanium than what I do, you're probably going to do this much easier. If you boost it a little bit bigger again, you probably do this in 2 minutes rather than 3 minutes. But I just chose to do it. And now we're on to what seems to be a very common fight for me this season in this Korg, the Tactic Korg with Dr. Doom. Now you saw in the last video, Swadia's Korg actually hit me with a special 3. Again, thank you for that, mate. Really appreciate you doing that. But we're going to pop an invuln just to be 100% safe. I didn't do it for that Rintrah fight just because I was pretty confident, and I also thought it could have gone over the 3-minute time as per the grey boost, and I didn't really want to waste one again. So I gave him a couple of the forest charges and decided to get rid of them there quite early on. If I can get him a chance to like recycle the special 2s, then I'm going to do that. But we'll see how that all goes. So he throws the first one here. He only has a couple of the forest buffs, so I don't really mind too much. I'm pretty steady with the special 1 dex from Korg, so if he decides to throw that, then again, so be it. It is what it is. With it being on the EMP modification, I don't need to worry about the shock damage from his specials because, you know, Doom is Doom, and he's a wildly used shock immune champion in the game, so I don't really need to worry about that. But the plan of action here is try and get him up a little bit more power-wise, even though I somehow weirdly decide to bait a special 1. And then we're going to throw the special 3, and you're going to see here, I do it just before he gets his stacks back, so I can still do a good amount of damage, and it's not going to be capped at the 5% that it does normally before taking his stacks away. And then I'm just going to go full Doom cycle to get rid of his rock stacks. Because of the flourish buffs again, he's going to have a decent amount of power, so I don't need to worry about that. You're going to see here, because of that, I just dropped this. So I dropped the special 2 straight away. You're going to see the Incinerators do a pretty good amount of damage. Now I could, and I did, hit the special 1 because the crowd excitement wasn't too high. And finished the fight, again, pretty comfortably. Nothing really too dangerous. So again, I appreciate my planners. They did a great job. We beat ISO here, and I'm trying to think in the war before. I think we lost the war before. But so that was war 6. This puts us 3-3 for the season now. So we're midway. Let's see how we go. But thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.